Hi everyone, my name's Alex, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And I already said in my first video that my goal is to have a positive impact on the world. So, from here on out, that's what I'm going to do here. That's what I'm going to keep doing. And I want to do a series, starting with this video, on discussions on real relevant problems, maybe give people some advice or just really analyze what causes these things so that people can reflect easier on themselves and relieve the vulnerability a bit. So take vulnerability away from people and exposing them to this early so that they don't have an issue. And if they do have an issue, I would please like people to be talking about these topics in the comments and reaching out to each other. That would mean the world to me. That's all I would ever want to do, is help people. So, without further ado, today's topic, I wanted to talk about gambling addiction. So, why is gambling addiction such a problem today? How does it destroy people? And, if you are a gambling addict, what can you do? And it's really hard, I know, if you're already an addict, but what can you do? And what can you do to avoid it? So without further ado, let's dive right into it. So firstly, we really need to look this over and think, how does a gambling addiction start? Why do people get hooked on gambling? Well, one of the topics is because people don't take enough risk in their life. So what I mean by that is, if you're just sitting at home all day, not trying to put yourself out there and make yourself better, you're not risking anything. You're not advancing anywhere, right? So then, when you see an online casino and you say, oh my god, if I hit the 1000x, I can get rid of my crappy McDonald's job and live an amazing life. So you're like, okay, I'm going to put in thousands of dollars into Plinko and drop some balls. And the next thing you know, boom, your money is gone just like that. And that's horrible. But then you dig a hole for yourself and you're like, oh my god, I need more money so I can bet more to make that money back. So what happens is that you end up chasing the loss, which is the worst thing you can do. Okay? So number one advice I would say is, if you do want to gamble a little bit, it's okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but just do little amounts. Okay? Little amounts. What's that guy's name? I don't remember his name. I'll pop up his picture of him on the screen and then with his name. But he said that you should only bet as much money as you would spend on a good night out. Worst case scenario, you spend your money, you lose your money, but you only lose an amount of money that's worth a good night out. But best case scenario, you win something, right? So it's a win-win, kind of, I guess, right? But do not, if you lost, let's say you put in $50 and you lost $50, do not put in more money. You are done, okay? Don't do that. Just whatever you would spend on a good night out. Secondly, why is it so addicting? Why is it so easy to get hooked on? Well, obviously the dopamine rush you get from that is amazing, right? You get a win on blackjack and you're like, oh my god, I can't wait to do it again. But guess what? All of these games, the casino, online gambling, no matter what, nothing is in your favor. You are bound to lose. I was talking to my friend Thomas literally today, and the casinos are no windows. There's no clocks in there. Free booze. You don't know what time it is in there. Okay? They don't want you to see the outside world. They don't want you to have a sense of time passing. And they want you to be drunk so you make stupid decisions too. So they're literally, the games are rigged. And they're setting you up to lose. No matter where you're playing, online or at the casino, you're gonna lose. So like I said, only spend what's worth a good night out and leave. Don't put in more money. Okay? Because you are bound to lose. Sure, I'm not saying that some people don't get lucky and hit a big multiplier, but in the long term, or in the long run, sorry, you are bound to lose. You don't want to lose. Gambling addiction has ruined so many people's lives. So please do not fall into the trap. I'm not saying it's not fun once in a while, but just, like I already said a bunch of times, only put in whatever is worth a night's out. And lastly, what can you do if you're an addict? If you're in this trap of just losing all your money, you can't stop betting. I mean, I don't know what it's like firsthand, but I can understand, okay? I was addicted to video games, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing to play video games. It's nice. It's a good place to talk to your friends sometimes and just relax a little bit, but when you're doing that all day, it's bad. Same thing with gambling. When you're always losing all your money, which is way worse than video game addiction, you need help, okay? So don't be afraid to ask for help, okay? And just, it might be embarrassing to talk about it, but if you don't bring it up, if you don't do it, like I already said, if you don't do any actions towards that, it's not going to get any better. So you have to want it, right? So if you are addicted, ask for help. I know gambling addiction is hard to throw away. And sure, it does feel like the only way out for some people, but it's not. You can do better. We're all amazing people. We all have amazing minds. We can all create things that sometimes we don't even know we're capable of. But if we don't even give ourselves a chance, and if we don't believe in ourselves, we're not going to do anything. So do that. You should want to make your life better. And just know there are people out there that would love to help you, me included. Even though I'm an 18-year-old inexperienced person, my whole life, if I could dedicate it to one thing, it would be to helping people. Even if you just need a compliment or somebody to talk to, I would be so happy to do so. So thank you, everybody, for watching. If you are struggling, and please also, if you have a recommendation for the next topic, drop it down below in the comments and we can talk about it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.